Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC. We'll talk about BTC on the higher time frame, and we'll also talk about BTC on the lower degree and all that good stuff, and what type of price action we could anticipate over the next like a few days or even like a few weeks. Are we going to be breaking out, to the upside all the way up to 80K, or are we going to be dumping like a 80% like most bears are calling right now? Okay, so bears not even calling for a weekly retest and all that good stuff. Bears are pretty confident BTC will be dropping 80%, right? And we will discuss all of that good stuff because I like the 7 day cycle, right? But we're not going to talk about the 7 day cycle first. We will talk about the 6 hour time frame first, and what we said exactly during our last updates and all that good stuff, right? So if you're new to our content, don't forget to hit the likes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, join the public Telegram group, link in the description, and all that good stuff also in the description. If you're looking to join the premium group for the alt season, those 10, 20, 30x, 100x alt calls, right? You only can get there from Sun Crypto. So I'm working on these alt guys. They still moving sideways. I know some of them breaking out like a 20, 30%, but it is still not alt season. We're just getting like some isolated pump. But once we start the alt season, everything will pump at the same time. But you want to get on those like a big moves like a CEL or FTM like we had last year, right? You want to be ready for those moves and all that good stuff, right? So now let's dive into the analysis. Make sure to hit the likes, guys. Make sure to hit the likes. Okay, make sure to hit the likes and sub to the channel if you find the content useful, right? Now let's go back to BTC on a 6 hour basis. So when we take a look at BTC on a 6 hour basis, what I said over the last few days was like, we back to the 50 EMA right here. We could dump down to the 100 EMA, but it is not guaranteed we will. Okay, so as you can see right here, the reason why I was saying like it is not guaranteed, if you take a look at our push the upside back in August and all that good stuff, we did not retest the 100 EMA at all. Okay, all we did was like created a bearishness right here, bearish divergence, and get a bullish pullback on our MACD. So if we take a look at our MACD, what I was trying to tell you was like, once we get our MACD to flip positive, we're not going to be looking for a bull divergence, because it is not time to be looking for a bull divergence. It is time to be looking for a continuation. You see what I'm saying? So bearish divergence, we accepted it. We dumped down to the 50 EMA right here, pumped to the upside, created a new high right there, and another bearish divergence, dumped down to the 50 EMA, made a new high, dumped down, and basically consolidated and dumped right there. So as you can see right here, when we started getting the bullish divergence right here on the 6 hour basis, that's when we got the reversal. But right here, we don't have time to be creating a 6 hour bull divergence, because the bullish trend, it is still up. The only thing we can do is like just get a support right here. So let me go ahead and make sure the sound is good, guys, because we're probably gonna go to the moon, and I want to make sure you guys can hear, right? Hey, what's up, Imran? Thanks a lot for tuning in. The layer in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. Oh, Andrea, thanks a lot. Delia, Andrea. Hey, what's up, Quiet Cook? El Gordolon in the house. Amigo, ¿cómo estás? Bien. All right, so as you can see right here, what I was saying was like, yes, we can dump down to down to like a 57.5, 58.5, but it is not guaranteed. Our 59.5 going to be a good level to start accumulating. Just let's say 61 down to a 59.5. So if you were in our premium, you would be like a start buying right here. Okay, even though we were saying it's okay if we dump down to our 6 hour 100 EMA, we're still going to get another chance to add right here, right? But the trend, it is likely to flip bullish at some point, right? So at the same time right here, what I was saying was like, even if we dump lower, we still got our daily 21. So we better off buying at 60K instead of waiting for like a 57.5, right? Because I know it is only like a 1,500 points, but you don't want to be too greedy. You want to be buying as early as possible, so you won't miss these suckers like by 15 points, by 10 points, and all that good stuff, right? So 6 hour, it is looking good, and what I'm anticipating right now, it is okay. The first thing I'm going to be anticipating, it is a continuation. Okay, a continuation to the upside and create a new high and potentially make another bearish divergence, right there, and dump back down to the 50 EMA. All right, so we could do something like that where we're going to be pumping all the way up to our target. We talk about our upside target, right? Let's take a look at it right here. We talk about our upside target. Right there. Okay, we already talked about our upside target all the way up to 80k, right? 81 to 91, give or take, right? If you're a moon boy, you wait for 91. If you want to be very conservative, you start taking profits at 81, up to 91, and we accumulate probably down to 81 to 75 and all that good stuff. But once we get there, we will talk about it, right? We will talk about the strategy and how to basically trade the 91 range, right? Up to even like 105, but we will talk about it, right? So that's exactly what I'm seeing right now, guys. And the bearish potential I can find, right, is like we just retest the 59.5 right here with a double bottom and basically pump it upside. That's the only thing I can see right now regarding the short-term bearishness. So 59.5 up to 61, it is still support, right? If you miss the pump, you want to reaccumulate, you got a chance to reaccumulate again. It is not guaranteed, once again, but if you see it, you got a second chance if you missed it, right? So the reason why I'm saying it, like we've seen it multiple times also right here, after we double bottom, right? After we got the trend right here, right? Got the support right here, push to the 21 EMA. The 21 EMA, it is our yellow line. So if you're watching Send Crypto, whenever you see a yellow line, just know it is the 21 EMA, regardless of the time frame, right? The blue line, it is always going to be 50, and the red line, this bad boy right here, always going to be the 100 EMA. So I will not change it. So whenever you're watching, just know the 21 EMA, it is the yellow line. As you can see right here, we pump to the 21 EMA, right there, and dump right back down. I've seen it multiple times. Okay, I've seen it multiple times. Right here also, we got a similar price pattern where we got the nice support at the 50 EMA, right there, pump to the 21 EMA, and basically got a nice shakeout to the downside, and bang. Okay, and I think we got a good news right here. I don't remember, but I think like we did have a good news, and sucker started pumping, right? And even if we go back to back in January, right? The Musk pump was similar, okay, but in a higher time frame, meaning like in a longer consolidation period, right? We got this move right here, pump back up to the 21 EMA and dump right back down to a double bottom. What we said, guys, we said we're going to the moon. Okay, that's exactly what we did, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on a daily basis. Hey, what's up, Tyler? Solana is going to the moon. We got a we already got our target set up in our premium, so you just have to be very patient with it, right? We'll take a look at Solana right later on. So now let's take a look at BTC on the daily time frame. So daily time frame still looking pretty good. We got two bearish daily candles, right on the 2D basis. Actually, let's take a look at the daily. So daily, it is still looking good. MACD did flip negative right here, but I don't think it is a big deal. The worst case scenario is like just to retest the 59.5, and the daily 21, it is right now at 58.5. So if we stay at current level over the next like a few days, like the next couple of days, the daily 21 will definitely join the party and definitely going to be supporting the price at some point right here, right? So keep an eye on the daily. The trend, it is still up, but we could be in this range for the next like a few days, just to wait for the monthly candle. We will talk about the monthly candle, right? That's why I was saying, on Friday, right after the candle close, I was saying like we could be in a boring phase. Sometimes you just have to try to time the market. You can never time the market like at 100%, but just try to understand like what's going on, right? What I was saying was like we could be in a boring phase like for the next like a few days just to get the monthly candle close above 60K. So if you're trying to do a 100x long and all that good stuff, you're most likely going to get in trouble like the circle guy once price action dips a little bit. Okay, so daily it is still looking good. Let's take a look at the 2D time frame, right? The 2D time frame looks incredibly bullish. Okay, we got 2 hours to close the candle, so I don't see anything bearish. Yes, we got a bearish candle right here. So we dump like for 4 days, we're gonna get this type of price action. So you got to be able to anticipate, some short-term pullbacks, 8 to 10%, nothing crazy. All right, as you can see right here, we did have a nice 4 days pullback. What happened next? Bang, created a new high right there. All right, right, a new breakout above the resistance level. That's what I mean, right? As you can see right here. All right, beautiful 4 days sell-off, a 2 days breakout, right? We got a 4 day sell-off right here. We're most likely going to a breakout high. Regarding the MACD, I don't see anything crazy. When we take a look at the MACD, we were actually very careful, right? If you guys remember when BTC was right here, what we said was like MACD will be pushing to the upside on the 2D basis. So as soon as we flip positive, stay bullish. Don't be looking for anything bearish. Don't listen to any bear, right? Calling for 80% dump and all that good stuff. On your 2D, you got your MACD flipping positive. Price action breakout, a nice, let's see right here, we got a nice 18% breakout, and bear is going to be like, oops, we're going to be dumping. We hit resistance right here. What I was saying, guys, 48 is not a resistance. We got our MACD already showing us the directional move is up. So no need to be paying attention to the 6 hour and all that good stuff, because the 6 hour was already crossed bullish. Okay, we already had the bullish crossover on the 6 hour by the 2nd of October. So we were looking pretty juicy. All right, so directional move on the 2D basis, it is still up. No bearish divergence, slight rejection right here. If we dip lower on the 2D basis, we will talk about it regarding the 21 EMA, but I'm not going to focus too much on the 21 EMA as of now, right? 3D time frame looks pretty juicy. Take a look at it, guys. We got like 48 hours to close this candle, right? So I don't think, guys, I don't think bear is going to be closing red within the next 48 hours. That's my personal opinion, right? It looks pretty juicy. We got nice, nice low volume right here over the last 3 days. Okay, so on that candle right here, even though candle was bearish, the sell volume was pretty low right there. Okay, low sell volume on Binance. So we're still looking pretty good on a 3D basis, right? So no bearish divergence at all on the 3D. We talk about it. We just don't know how high the MACD going to go, so we cannot draw a horizontal line. We can't, because we just don't know how high is this guy going to go. So all we need to do, just follow the directional move until our 6 hour 6 hour moving averages, right, crosses negative. Okay, so as long as these 3 guys, going back to the 6 hour, as long as these 3 guys, right, are staying positive, right, meaning like 21 EMA over 50 EMA over 100 EMA, the trend, it is up. And once we get the negative crossover like that, all right, it's gonna look like that, and blue. So once we get the negative crossover within the next like a few days, if you bearish, wait for the crossover. Once we get the crossover, you can stay bearish, okay, till we get another, another basically reversal. You get the concept, right? Just like what we had right here, the 1st of October. What I say, let's go to the moon. Pack your bags. Call your family and friends. Tell them, do not be, looking for you, because you're already going to the moon, right? Right here, okay, right there. Okay, pretty easy pattern, guys. Very easy pattern. You don't have to look at it every day. You know, these patterns basically play out like, let's say, at least, you know, 3 weeks to 4 weeks, right? So on average. So we're looking pretty good, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC on a 7-day cycle. Son, you gotta check out GLCH. I will take a look at it. Remind me after I finish talking about BTC, right? So the 7-day cycle, guys, it is one of the most important cycle. As I said, guys, don't mess with the 7-day cycle. Yes, you can pay attention to your weekly time frame, but the 7-day cycle is very important. Okay, as you can see right here, we got a 27% pump, a 27% pump. What we said, guys, the trend is up. We said it right here, guys. After we broke out above 40K, we said the trend is up. After we broke out right here, just about like a low 50s, we said the trend is up. Both of these candles, guys, give us a nice 27% pump. Okay, 27 to 28% pump. Why would you be bearish after a 27% pump and everything else is pointing up from like the 6-hour time frame all the way up to the 3D or even up to the 3 weeks time frame, right? So we're looking good. All we need to do right now on a 7-day cycle is like to get a candle close above the above all-time high based on the 7-day cycle, right? Meaning like the highest 7-day cycle close was at 63.3. So if we can close above 63.3 within like the next like 3 days, right? It is going to close on Thursday, right? So we're going to look good. Okay, we're going to look good. We did get a new all-time high, but we gotta get a candle close above 63.3 on a 7 days basis, right? And we will be celebrating going forward, right? So everything looks good. MACD right here, I just don't want to be calling for a bearish divergence right now. If you take a look at it on your MACD right here, if you're a bear, you got all the right to draw a negative slope right there, right? But guess what, guys? As I told you, on a 3D basis, don't do it. Don't do it, okay? If you're bearish, you would be drawing something like that, and you would be getting wrecked right now, as I told you. So similarly, right, on a weekly basis, you can't be drawing a line like that. Yes, you could be lucky and get a negative crossover and you're going to be right. However, the safest thing to do is like wait for a negative crossover first. Okay, once you get the crossover right there, then you can draw the line, right? But you can't draw the line too early. Okay, you can't draw the line too early, right? Just have to be very, very cautious. So 7-day cycle looks pretty juicy. And another important thing also, guys, on the 7-day cycle, if you take a look at it on the Heiken Ashi, guys, we're looking extremely juicy. Okay, no tails, meaning like the trend is up. Take a look at it right here. I said it when we were going up back in October, November, December. Bear's been looking for what? A retest of the 21 EMA, right? Right there. What we said was like the 7-day cycle or even the weekly time frame. It doesn't matter on the Heiken Ashi. We don't have no tails to be bearish. Okay, the only big tail we got or tails we got was like at 30K range right here. And at 30K, what we said was like we bullish. Even though we got some tails, we still bullish because on a 3D basis, we're still above our 21 EMA right here. I was like, no need to be bearish, too bearish actually, right? MACD, it is still positive right here, flip positive, and price action still above the 21 EMA. Right, so right here, as you can see, yes, we got a small shift in momentum on our 3D MACD, 3D time frame, but on the 7-day cycle we don't see that. Okay, we're not seeing it. So we're still looking pretty good on our Heiken Ashi until we get some tails to the downside, right? So everything looks juicy, okay, on the 7-day cycle. So now let's take a look at the 3-week cycle. So 3-week cycle, take a look at it, guys. This guy is so julish. Okay, we just opened a new cycle right here on the 22nd. As I told you, we're going to close this cycle right here on the 21st, right? So we're going to get a new cycle on the 22nd. So stay bullish. Candle is pretty big. I don't see bears like giving us a big rejection. Okay, I don't see it, right? So we're still looking pretty good. Okay, we're still looking pretty good. As you can see right here, back in 2020, what I was saying was like stay with the higher time frame. Okay, stay with the higher time frame. Stay with the higher time frame. Stay with the higher time frame. And every 3 weeks, guys, we were pumping on average. Take a look at it right here, like 50%. Okay, on our Heiken Ash every 3 weeks. Okay, on average. Okay, 15 to 20%, right? So we could get those type of moves over the next like a few weeks and so on. So if we can we can anticipate like a 20 to 30% breakout right here, we could at least pump like to like a on the Heiken Ash pump like to like let's say 71. Okay, at least within the next like a 3 weeks, right? So we're still looking pretty good, guys. Still looking pretty good. Let's see right here. Candle was like nearly 58% from up onto a high. Yeah, we can definitely get to a get to like a 78 to 81 within the next like a 3 weeks. Okay, we can definitely get to a 71 to 78 to 81, right? And the least I would expect is would be like a 71, right? It's still looking pretty good, guys. Still looking pretty good. Market Siphon, thanks a lot for tuning in. Shiba is on fire. We will talk about Shiba, guys. If you were in our premium group, guys, you knew, right? We were ready for Shiba back in August. Okay, we will talk about Shiba. Let's go ahead and take a look at Shiba very quickly. Let's not do that. And we're gonna go back to BTC and talk about the monthly closure and all that good stuff. So if you were in our premium, right, we started talking about Shiba right here. So we recognize the pattern. If you guys remember, guys, even in the public group, right, what we said when Shiba was dropping right here, we said, don't worry about Shiba right now. Do not worry about Shiba, about like, 600, 500 and all that good stuff. Don't worry, okay? We will be focusing on, the pattern. Once we get the pattern, we will start accumulating, right? We start buying right here, 700, right? Up to 800. It dumped all the way down to like a 500. We accumulated right here, and we said, guys, be ready, okay? Be ready. Once we break out above 1300, it is going to start what? A new trend, a macro trend, guys. When I say a macro trend, it means like 5, 10, 20, 30, 50x, not like a 15% move and all that good stuff. So we knew exactly if we break out above 1300, bang, bang, okay, we will be going to the upside. And if we take a look at Shiba, right here, my next upside target will be all the way up to like a 7,000 to 8,000. Okay, and guys, take a look at it, guys. We start accumulating at 700 to 800. That's going to be a 9x, 10x move if we hit basically a 7,000 to 8,000. You got to be patient, guys. You got to be patient. You gotta be able to understand the trend. They will be shaking out. These market makers will be, will try to shake you out, and you guys going to be panicking and all that good stuff, and they're going to pump the price to the upside. So Shiba, it is still looking good. Let's see if we're going to get to 1.618 extension to the upside, all the way up to like a 7,000 to 8,000, give or take, right? But let's go back to BTC right here. So BTC, we will talk about now the monthly basis. So if you're a Shiba Moon boy like Aldo, just huddle, okay? Take some profits and reaccumulate, once we retest the 12-hour 21 EMA or daily 21 EMA. If you're in rush, you can wait for the 12-hour 21. If you're not in rush, you wait for the daily 21. But Shiba trend, it is still up. So now BTC, let's go ahead and take a look at BTC on a monthly basis, right? The monthly is incredibly okay, incredibly bullish, man. I'm just scared to call for these macro targets, but this is so bullish, guys. Like, we could be pumping like nearly 40% every single month for the next like a 3 to 5 months. Okay, so as you can see right here, after we broke out above 14K, the first month, right, October, November, we pumped like a 45%. And if you take a look at the next month, November, we pumped like a 45% again, right? December, right? Right here, January, we pump another basically 50%, right? And February, right here, we pump what? Another 77%. People, I mean, bears are just crazy to be calling for like a 80% dump right now, okay? If they don't be careful, right, sucker could be pumping 40, okay, up to 60% every single month. So if we can get an average, let's say 45% every month, or let's say 45, yeah, 45% next month, we will be going all the way up to 91. Okay, we will be going all the way up to 91 if we just close above, like, let's say 62. Okay, and basically, in December, we could pump another basically 45% after that. And that's going to take us nearly right there. Okay, 130. Okay, 130 to 150. So within the next 2 months, guys, bear's gonna get wrecked. Okay, they're going to get wrecked, like properly wrecked, not like halfway wrecked and all that good stuff. They're going to get properly wrecked. Okay, yes, sure, they could, dump the price down. Okay, but the probability of BTC dumping down in October, November is not very high in a bull market. All right, as you can see right here, back in 2017, October 2017, we started pumping from where? Like a 4,200, right? Most of you guys don't remember, but I remember very well BTC dropping. Like, I saw it live. Okay, I was celebrating when BTC dumped down to like a 29.50. All right, I was like, gosh, that's great, because I was bullish, but I was enjoying every drop because I knew BTC going to be pumping very, very high, right? So as you can see right here, we started October sometime like back in October, the first week of October, we opened just by like a 41.64, right, guys? And we pumped all the way up to 20K. That's 300%. And BTC is more volatile. It is more volatile now than back then. So most people don't think about it that way, okay? BTC is more volatile at 60K than at 10K. At 10K, I remember you can do 10, 20x, 25x and still go to bed. But now BTC, you can even do 5x and go to sleep. It's gonna wreck you, right? We're gonna expect like another 300% right here, right? That's gonna take us, give or take, right around like a 183, 184. Okay, just to get the same percentage move. Actually, right here, let's just be a moon boy, all the way up to 200K. Okay, if we're going to get the same percentage move. Okay, and don't tell me I'm a moon boy now. Okay, I've been a moon boy since last year. Okay, since last year, I've been a moon boy after we broke out above like a 10.5 October. Okay, back in October 2020. Before we broke out, I was a doom boy. I was calling for lower prices. But sometimes you can't just be like be a doom boy. Like, if you see the trend breaking out, don't try to be like, okay, my conviction is bearish, so I want to wait till I'm right to flip bullish. Okay, because market doesn't care about my conviction. Market doesn't care about like, how much money I'm investing, or doesn't care about like how I feel if markets dump and all that good stuff. Markets just, will do whatever it wants to do. You see what I'm saying? So you just have to follow the trend. If you follow the trend, you will make profits. Okay, you will make profits. But don't go against the trend. Okay, you're not gonna gain anything but getting wrecked. Okay, that's the only thing you will get. Like the circle guy, right? Yes, I mean Shiba, it is not time to be selling Shiba. Just hold it for the next like a few months. The trend will slow down, okay, but it will, as long as we can stay above the 2D21. I'm not even looking at the, daily and all that good stuff. Just stay with the 3D time frame until we really, really slow down, break out below it, and we will start to talk about the lower prices and all that good stuff. But as of now, just suck it up and wait for the moon targets, right? It could surprise you, man. I'm telling you. I don't care about the fundamentals. I just like the chart. When Shiba first came out, I wasn't talking about Shiba. You guys knew it, right? I started talking about Shiba the first week of August because the trend was ready to break out. Okay, but we did not break out till October. So what? We still make what? 5, 10x moves, right? Depending on where you enter that, right? All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the link now. So link and Dogecoin, Dogecoin, ICP. Hey, what's up, Umi? Thanks a lot, Umi. Thanks a lot for tuning in. So if you have any alt you want me to check, right, make sure to put it in the chat room. So I'm going to take a look at those alt next, right? We're done with BTC. We know exactly what we're looking for. We know our support. We know our macro targets and all that good stuff. So it is time to be ready for alt season, all right? So okay, so we got this is still under accumulation. BRQ. See a coin. Elastos. ¿Cómo estás? We'll talk about Elastos. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the link. Let's take a look at link BTC. So link BTC, it is still under accumulation. So I don't see a big breakout versus BTC as of now. Support could be down like to 35,000 right here. So we talked about it when link was almost at like a 70,000. So it dumped all the way down to a 40,000. So what we said in our premium like last week, once we hit 40,000, link will be breaking out. Okay, because on the lower degree, if we take a look at it on the 6 hour, what I was anticipating was like a double bottom right here. So I was telling like Aldo Moonboy, once we hit support right here, it even created a big bullish divergence on the 6 hour time frame. I was like, we're going to be breaking out right here. Okay, so breakout looks pretty juicy. So let's see if it can stay strong versus BTC, right? So as of now, it is still not bearish. MACD versus BTC is still bullish right here. So I would just hold it for the next like a few days to see if we can create, a beautiful double top, double bottom right here and continue to the upside. We don't have to retest, 35,000. We don't have to. But if we take a look at it on a higher time frame, it seems like, 35,000 will be a support if we dump low. Okay. The other possibility is like we could get a bullish MACD right here on our 3D basis, right there. And if that's the case, we most likely not going to retest 35,000. So best thing to do, just huddle, right? Even if we suffer against BTC, it won't be forever. Okay, it won't dump forever. It might just retest 35,000 support and bang. Okay, because you already got your 3D MACD. So it is time to start buying. Okay, it is time to start buying. Okay, you're not expecting any big moves, right? But you know you can get the big move, at any given time. So link, it is still a hold, and all that good stuff, right? Yeah, it is still a hold. So you have to do it on log scale. If you don't do it on log scale, you're not gonna see the 50% pullback and all that good stuff. So now let's take a look at Dogecoin. So Dogecoin is still looking pretty juicy. Everything is in line for Dogecoin to break out. 3D MACD, it is still positive. We're still above the 100 EMA right here. We're trying to break out above our descending resistance right here, our descending line resistance. So we could consolidate in this range of 27, 28 range, right? All the way down to like 22 right here. The entire range could be just very boring, right? And you could be, you could lose all your Dogecoin trying to trade the range. The best thing to do is just hold or basically, reaccumulate at the bottom, 22, even all the way down to 20 cents. If we get a big shakeout, I don't think even if we dump that low, it's going to stay there too long. MACD, it is still positive. You take a look at your RSI, it is at mid-range. It is screaming, buy me, okay? Buy me right here. You don't want to be buying when your RSI is right here. You want to be selling when RSI is right there. So the level right here, it is still a good level to be buying. Even 26, it is a good range to be buying. I talked about it back in October, not October, but back in April on my Dogecoin bull market report. I said, 26 all the way down to 13 cents going to be what the next reaccumulation range. And we dump all the way down to 16 cents. Okay, so if you in our premium, when Dogecoin was like 60, 70 cents, you won't buy it. You want to wait till we hit like a below 26 to start buying. Because our next target, guys, it is going to be what? It is going to be $3, guys. People are calling for $1. We already called for the $3 Dogecoin. Okay, so we just got to break out above the 74, 75, and we could be looking for all the way up to $3. Okay, so join the public Telegram group, and I'm gonna send that Dogecoin video, right? I made it like back in, I think, like April before the dump, right? So I will send it in the public Telegram group, right? So you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It was a macro target, not a short-term video and all that good stuff. Short-term targets. Nelson in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks a lot for the tip, man. You're making me buy more XRP with that. BTT. Let's take a look at BTT USDT. Yeah, BTT is looking like a Dogecoin, same pattern. Everything is in line for a breakout, right? As you can see right here, I think that's the last time I talked about BTT. Similar pattern. This pattern is pretty powerful, right? Very, very accumulative. If you know exactly, guys, what happened last year between August and December, right? I don't know if you guys remember, but between August and December last year, it was severe for art. Okay, it was harsh. Everything was dumping, but we remained calm and we basically been buying the dips because we knew alt season will start sometime in late December. We knew it. Okay, we were bullish back in August, but after alt season failed to continue, we said, okay, it's all right. It's all right. We're going to get wrecked within the next like a 3 to 4 month, but the 10x, 20x moves, right, will come after, right? As you can see right here, we picked back in August 2020, right? Bottom, December, right there. December, January, right there, late December. And sucker pump to the upside. So that's the same type of pattern we're making right now. Right here. Okay, it is just very accumulative, very boring, but it is just telling you to buy. Okay, not financial advice, but it is just very accumulative, right? You could get a shakeout, right, to retest the bottom. Okay, if the volume is low, you could get a shakeout, but that's going to be very quick, like the December 22nd, December 24th dump last year. Okay, and you're gonna get the move to the upside. All right, so just accumulate the dips right here, and we'll just hold unless unless we break out below the support right here, we could be in temporary trouble, right? But I like the chart. Even if you go ahead and take a look at Atom USDT last year back in December, what I was telling you guys, hold on to your Atom, right? Right here. Okay, if you were in our premium, what we said right here, okay, and sucker will break out, okay, and price range was like, let's say $6 to $4. Now I know it is a big move, right? 50% cut, but you're looking for a 10x move, right? You buy anywhere around like mid-range. Mid-range was just about like $5, give or take. Sucker pump all the way up to $40, $50, $40, $44. Okay, so stay bullish. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at ICP. So ICP on the 2D basis, we do have a bullish divergence right there. So it is screaming buy. Whoop, 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 guys. We just got a bullish crossover. Bang. Good time to start celebrating, okay? We just got a bullish divergence and at the same time a bullish crossover. Bang. Or sorry, below mid-range. Very accumulative. I mean, the only bearish setup I could find right now is like, we retest, let's say 57 resistance. We know what happened at 57. Okay, 57, it is going to be our resistance, was our support right here. If we retest it, we could either triple bottom, right, back down to 40, or even retest the 30. That's the only, that's the only part, that's the only bearish setup I can find right now. A retest of 40, worst case scenario, retest of the $30, right, before we go to the moon, right? And that's going to give us what? A Shiba 2.0. Okay, Shiba basically, let's say we pump back up to like a 72 and do not break out, we can basically get a shakeout right here. Okay, but the trend, it is still up, guys. We're looking for like a $300, $400 and higher. Okay, we at mid-range, so $45 to $40 range, it is buy range. Okay, and I wouldn't worry too much until we retest like the 30s and to reaccumulate that level at that level. ICP is still looking pretty good, man. It is still looking pretty good. Once we break out above $300, bang, we're gonna get a new macro trend right here. That's going to be, our macro trend, breakout. Daniel Curly in the house. All right. So I'm gonna go by the list first, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the VCs. VCs BTC, it is still under accumulation. We just got a pop right there, a nice bull divergence, right? We know it is going to break out, we just don't know when. Okay, so nice bull divergence, really looks good. So our resistance is going to be right here, almost at 10 sats, right? Yeah, almost at 10 sats. Okay, we just retested the yearly low. The yearly low was 3.5. Right now we at 3.5. Okay, we dumped down to like a 2.5. So it is still looking pretty accumulative. So let's see if we can break out above like 7-8 sats, and then we could be looking for price is much higher than 10 sats, right? The bigger resistance going to be right here, last year resistance, like 30 sats. And after that, we could be looking for the 500 sats right there. Okay. Actually 50 sats, not 500. Okay, 50 sats. Must be the moon boy calling for 500 right there. That should be 80 to 100. Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. So this is under, strong accumulation. Now let's go ahead and take a look at I think PQR. PRQ, I think parser. Let's take a look at it right here. I think, oh man, Shiba is going to the moon, guys. Man, hopefully you guys not missing out. Yeah, PRQ, I would just hold it. I think last time we talked about it versus BTC, but MACD is positive also. You're still making higher, high lows on your MACD. Price action still making high lows also, right? You got a nice potential triangular formation. So once we break out above like 120 right here, you just could be looking for the April highs up to like a 285. Okay, still looking pretty good, right? Nothing crazy. Beautiful MACD, so still looking good. Let's take a look at ELA. So ELA, it is looking to oh, excuse me guys, excuse me. Forgot to change the hit the likes. Yeah, sorry guys, I forgot to change the hit the likes moon boy gang. All right, so ELA, we back to support on the 3D. It looks pretty good, man. Did not break out below the yearly low, so that's a good news. And we got a nice, you could call it like high lows, and right here we could potentially create a beautiful triangular formation right there, right? Hopefully, it is not going to be, going to be staying in this range, till like a 2022, right? But looks pretty good with the bullish crossover. Okay, if we can get the bullish crossover, sell volume is pretty low since when? Since like September, so we're looking pretty good. So just have to wait for all season now. So let's go back to ELA. Let's go back to see a coin. So see a coin. Yes, SEA coin looks like it is ready to pump, right? Not quite ready, but it does have a beautiful double bottom right here and a beautiful double bottom right there. Okay, so just have to wait for BTC to get the job done, and we could start like looking for higher prices versus BTC. I told you about SEA, guys. Sometimes you be ignoring these suckers, but SEA, even though was moving pretty slow, take a look at it. It pumped like 800% versus BTC. Okay, started like back in late January, and most of these alt retested their January lows, right? See, it is still up like 200% versus BTC this year alone. So yes, it is not breaking out like like Solana and all that good stuff. But the good news is like it is up versus BTC. Okay, so if you've been holding SEA this year alone, you're still up like 400%, something like that, right? Because it is up versus BTC 200%, and BTC is up like 100%, right? So in USD, you're up like 400%. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the chat room. Bill Jack in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. Lens Fan in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. Jenko Gold. Jenko Gold in the house. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at GLCH. GLCH. EGLD. BZRX. USP. AKRO. I was bullish on AKRO last year. I mean, this year actually. But, right before I started buying, sucker pump like to 100 sats. I was like, man, I'm not buying this sucker. But it is back. It cooled back down though. XLM for J Boss, the boss of the chat room. All right, so now let's go ahead and start it with GLC for Tyler Moonboy. So GLC, let's go ahead and check it right here. Let's see if we can find a better history. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we bottomed back in August. It looks like a AMP slightly. I mean, it does look like AMP. AMP is right around here. All right. I will show you the AMP chart and why am I bullish on AMP. So it looks pretty good versus BTC. So I don't see anything crazy. You got a double bullish MACD right here, double crossover. So I would just wait for the next like a few days. Okay. You got a parabolic move to the upside, another parabolic move to the downside. Would it be better if we did retest the bottom and get another parabolic move? But looks good with the retest of the 0.786. Let's double check. Right there, 0.786 to 0.888. If we go ahead and take a look at AMP, that's the same exact chart I'm anticipating from AMP. Exactly, okay? So AMP support 80 sats to 50 sats. It could retest the 50. The 50 going to be at 0.888, just like a GL, whatever Tyler Moonboy just said. GLCH, right? Similar chart, right? So we do have that pattern right now. We do have the pattern for the AMP breakout. So 50 sats, hopefully we can get there. Right now it is it is at 75, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at EGLD. So EGLD, I know it is at all-time high, but guys, our 3D, it is bullish. Yeah. So not time to be bearish. We just have to stay bullish till we get a bearish, you know, a bearish indicator. But looks pretty good, all right? Looks pretty good. Yeah, still a good hold, right? If you've been following Sun Crypto long enough, EGLD last year, November, what I told you guys, October, November, at $7, hold on to your EGLD. Okay, beautiful bottom formation right here. Didn't expect it to go all the way up to $200, but if you took some profits at $15, $20 and let the rest go, you still, could have, get another 10x move still, right? So I don't say anything bearish. The only bearish setup I could say right now is like we double topping. That's all. And if we dump lower, we got 170, 180 as a support. Okay, our 50 EMA on our 3D basis. So it's pretty volatile. So you gotta understand it, right? When it dumps, it will dump hard. It's not going to dump softly. Oh, AKRO. Let's take a look at AKRO. AKRO BTC. AKRO, I think like the market cap is like 100 sats, something like that. This guy looks pretty juicy, man. I like it. That's when you know what I was saying, right? What I was just saying, right? I was ready to buy this guy back in January, right there. It was supposed to be one of my January pick, February pick, but it just pumped like all the way up to like a 300 sats, and I was like, bang, okay, not time to mess with it. But what I've been trying to say is like these parabolic moves, right? Don't be chasing these parabolic moves. Chase the parabolic move to the downside because you're gonna get another parabolic move. Okay, we did get one. It wasn't just a trend; it was just a pump. But the concept is like once you get a parabolic move to the upside like this, okay, don't chase it. Don't chase it. Okay, and don't rush to buy on the downside. Buy at like 0.786, 0.888 range. Okay, even 50% pullback most of the time, it is not that strong. 0.78, 0.618 is not that strong versus BTC. Okay, start buying at 0.786, right? Down to 0.888. And if we retest the bottom, you just suck it up and reaccumulate at the bottom because you're expecting another parabolic move, right? So it looks pretty good, man. It looks pretty good. We're just getting a consolidation right here. So the next parabolic move is coming. Could take forever, but it is coming, right? So all season, guys, we could start getting some big move, hopefully next month. If not, December. That's it. Beautiful move, right? Beautiful parabolic move very soon. All right. So now let's go ahead and move on to BZRX. BZRX, guys, I'm very excited about that chart. So it is at the bottom. Let's see. So BZRX, it is at the very, very, very bottom, guys. Okay. Remember, guys, when I started talking about BZRX, it was like late December. Okay. Late December. We hit our target right here. Okay. Okay. Just about like a 20,000 sats. Bang. And it is back down to reaccumulation range. I think versus BTC versus the USD was like 15 cents, 14 cents, 15 cents, right? And it is back down to support. And I'm expecting a potential reversal. I can't be bearish at the bottom. You can't be. Okay? It is at a very, very, important key area to start like accumulating and wait for the big move. Right, wait for the big move. So we got 5,000 target to the upside. So we could get there within the next like few months, right? If we get a nice trend. All right. It is right now 1 hour. So let's take a look at QSP. So QSP, you guys know I'm bullish on this guy. It is still at buy range, right? Big buy range, guys. So you got plenty of time to buy it, especially versus BTC. It is still a support 100 sats. Yes, it can still retest the yearly low. The yearly low is 64 sats. So and I've got target all the way up like 600 to 700 sats. So once we start the alt season, we will see. Okay, we will see if we can. If you're not comfortable with it, once we hit like a 200 sats, you might just take some profits and wait and see what markets will do, right? XLM. Let's take a look at XLM. Let's take a look at XLM USDT. So XLM USDT, it is still under accumulation, right? The range right here, it is all, it is all, it is a good range basically to buy. I know it is a big range, like let's say 40 sats, down to like a 20 sats. But guys, once again, you can't get a 10x move without a big accumulation range. For instance, if your accumulation range is like 10 cents, there's no way, I mean not 10 cents, but 10%, there's no way you're gonna get a 10x move. If your accumulation range is like, let's say 100% to 200%, you could expect like a 10x to 20x move, right? So, but we just need to break out above 40 cents, 42 cents, and we could start a new trend. I'm looking for a big wave to the upside, right? A big wave to the upside. And if we go ahead and take a look at XLM BTC, guys, this guy is just not doing anything. Bull's gonna be celebrating like the Shiba Moon boys. Bang. Okay. All the way up to 4,000. Temporary resistance up to 3,000. Okay. All right. GRT. I just talked about GRT BTC yesterday in our premium group right here. We got our 2D MACD just flipped bullish right now. So I think the GRT bulls are getting ready for all season. Right. We're getting the slow parabolic move to the downside. It kind of reminds me of VeChain last year, right around like October, November, December, up to January. The shift in momentum versus BTC before the breakout. So let's see, okay? If we get a shakeout, you're gonna get a good chance to buy it right here. We just need to break out above our trend line resistance on our RSI, and we could start a new trend. But still a good hold. I don't see anything like parabolic yet to the upside, but it is building a strong momentum as of now, okay, with the bull divergence. So bulls could still be accumulating the dips, okay, versus BTC, right? Versus BTC. Even versus USD, it looks good, but I think versus USD, we have a resistance at 160. Double check. Yeah, versus USD, we got a resistance 160. Okay, so beautiful wedge pattern, right? So we're most likely going to get a and MACD already flipped positive on our 3D, so it is screaming buy. Okay, it is screaming buy me. 46-0. Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Mike in the house. Oh, Mika G in the house. All right, guys. Let's see. What's my macro target about? Is this the same Mika in our premium? I'm not sure. If it is, I will let you know in our premium regarding our LTC. Let's see. Okay, we already got 1 hour of live streaming. I'm gonna take a couple of Kadena. I think someone mentioned Kadena to me. I don't know if it is Java or Satoshi, but yeah, it is still in a parabolic move. I just don't like these move. I mean, I don't hate it, right? But I don't like buying when they giving me a parabolic move. You know my style. I don't buy when it's going up. Like Shiba right now, I don't even talk about Shiba because we talk about it when it was like 80% cheaper, right? Oh, 70% cheaper. So I don't even talk about it right now. Right now, it is just time to be accumulating profits, right? It looks good. I just don't have, any buy range for it. Yeah. We just have to wait for the next like a few days to see if MACD will cool off and RSI also, both of them, right? But it looks pretty good, very parabolic. Let's take a look at it versus BTC. Yeah, the versus BTC looks much better, right? Versus BTC, you could still wait for a retest. Let's check our daily 21. Yeah, wait for the retest of the daily 21. Everything looks pretty good. Okay, everything looks pretty good. But versus the dollar, it is very overextended. Yeah, that was the time to get in right here. Right after the 2D bullish crossover right there. Right there. Just about like a 4,000, 5,000 sats. That's why I keep saying wait for your 2D MACD to flip positive and you're gonna get a very strong trend. The daily crossover right there, but you just don't know if it is going to be a fake out. You just wait for the 2D to cross over. Okay, the 2D crossover about the same time, right? And you get a good confirmation, even though it was a double top, just like I said regarding EGLD. EGLD is double topping, right? It is double topping. But we're about to get a bullish crossover on our MACD. So we just have to respect it, right? Saying, oops, it could be a new trend, okay? If we get the bullish crossover right here, it could be a new trend, okay? If not, if we get a fake out, that's going to look ugly to retest the, support right here. But the 3D, I think 3D already flipped bullish. So 3D already flipped bullish. So we're looking good. I don't see a big rejection yet. Let's see. We talk about everything, guys. ICP bottom out. Let's not be too moon boy. ICP. All I said is like we do have a 2D bullish divergence, so it is not guaranteed. It is not guaranteed yet. Okay, just wait. We're still in range. We pull back down, to a 0.618 right here on a log scale. Okay, we retested 0.618. I said it when it was like 57. I was like, if we break out below our 57 support, our 0.618 support going to be at 42 to 39, and that's exactly what we're doing. So we're looking good. We're looking good, but don't just jump in and say, oops, we're going to the moon. Okay, everything looks good. Everything looks good. We just have to break out above 57 now, and we could basically throw a ICP throw an ICP party, right? And get them sample ready. Okay, plug it into the ICP and check all those metals, right? If your background is chemistry, you know what an ICP is, right? So all right, guys, I'm pretty exhausted right now. I gotta go put in my moon boy suit and gotta fill up the spaceship tank, because we gotta go to the moon. I don't want us to get wrecked, so we gotta make sure we buckle up, get the right suit on, and make sure the gas tank is full, right? And we're going to get a proper landing, right? So make sure to say goodbye, right, to all your family and friends, and tell them we're going to the moon, right? All right, guys, I'll see you at the moon within the next like a few weeks and all that good stuff, right?